young chillin', a YouTube internet media villain. Can't be what you want her to be. She's a baby-faced heel on the first ring.
Alright, we start with SmackDown for June 20th. LA Knight opens the show and he calls out Seth Rollins. But Paul Heyman appears and they have a nice little exchange of threats, which culminates into Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed coming out and attacking LA Knight, but he fights him off with a chair. From there we go into the Queen of the Ring semi-finals, with Asuka defeating Alexa Bliss to go on to the finals. After that, we have Aleister Black, who was supposed to take on Pretty Deadly's Kit Wilson, but it never comes off because R-Truth attacks Kit, beats the shit out of him. So that match just didn't happen. Then we had Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton. They all come out and cut a promo for the King of the Ring match coming up the pay-per-view. Following that, we have Randy Orton taking on Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton wins to go on to the semifinals. No, he wins the semifinals and goes on to the finals, I should say. After that, we have Nia Jax. She cuts a promo on Tiffany Stratton, who comes out, and they fight. Tiffy gets stomped, following which Naomi comes out to come cash in her Money in the Bank contract on Tiffy, but gets blocked by Nia Jax. Nia Jax, my bad.
I was just gonna let you do it.
Next up was Chelsea Green losing to Charlotte Flair, and after that, Chelsea and her secret Hervis, they attack Flair, but Alexa Bliss comes in and makes the save on Charlotte. Solo Sikoa calls out Jacob Fatu to make amends, but Fatu offers a battle for the IC belt, and instead, Solo tries to sneak Fatu, and Solo and JC Mateo, they fight Fatu, and Jimmy Uso comes out and makes the save. Bronson Reed takes on LA Knight, which ends up in a disqualification because of Braun Breaker's interference, and they both whoop down LA Knight with a bunch of spears and tsunamis. And then we have R-Truth, Ron Killings versus John Cena for the belt. But that ends in a DQ also, because John Cena hits Truth with the belt across the head. And then CM Punk comes out to rectify the situation, and then he gets hit with the belt also, and then he gets put through the Slim Jim table, after which John Cena cuts a promo on CM Punk and tore him a new one. It was a good one. And that was SmackDown. Then we have Raw for June 23rd. Seth Rollins comes out, he opens the show, cuts his little promo on his Money in the Bank win. Penta comes out and interrupts him for his match with Braun Breaker, and of course Braun Breaker won the match. Then we have the Queen of the Ring semifinals with Jade Cargill defeating Roxanne Perez. Gunther comes out and he does a promo on Goldberg. Bayley comes out and takes on Becky Lynch, the Intercontinental Champ, but she loses because of Lyra Valkyria's interference and causes a DQ. Raquel Rodriguez calls out Rhea Ripley. She comes out and they fight. Roxanne Perez comes out to help Raquel Rodriguez, and they put Rhea through the Slim Jim table. Then we have our King of the Ring semifinal, and Cody Rhodes defeats Jey Uso. And that was Raw.
Okay. Do you have a wrestler of the week?
Yes, I do.
Who would it be?
John Cena, because of his promo. That was a great promo. He finally took the stick out of his ass and got animated.
I mean, he should be rusty. He hasn't really been in the game for a minute. I don't think I have a wrestler of the week. I don't think anybody stuck out for me, but not to mention, I missed last week. I forget why I missed it. But
probably sleep.
Maybe.
But from what I remember, you was babysitting.
Shoot, yeah, I was.
You had the kids and you wasn't able to watch TV.
Yeah. Okay, so what I want to talk about first is that scene with like R Killings and Priest. He did a weird look to the camera. Ron Killings. I want to know what that was about. That was really strange. And they've been playing into the fact that he might have split personality disorder.
Yeah.
And I love it, which would make a lot of sense for R-Truth, but I'm just like, that's unsettling. He's really good at doing it too, so I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it also opens up other avenues for him to get away with murder.
Oh, very much so. Play off like he didn't know what was happening, but also that plays into the thing as, can R-Truth come back at some point? But with the R Killings persona being at the forefront, we won't know. Judgment Day. Finn Balor he's doing something. He's planting in Roxanne to take over Liv's place. And you can see it more and more with how he was trying to get Dom to congratulate her or something. And Dom looked uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, I think Dom and her are going to get together.
Yeah, he's pairing them up. He keeps putting them together.
But again, this is the same thing he did when it came to Liv. He did the same thing to Liv. What do you think of the women's thing coming up in the next few months?
What, that Evolution?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I've been watching their show on Tubi, mostly because I'm a fan of the Big Cat. But yeah,
No.
I can watch that.
I get it. But my thing is, like, because I know they got rid of Evolution some years ago, but to have it back, because women's wrestling needs a bit of a more spotlight, especially since we have so much more women talent, I am really excited for it. Because I remember growing up, there were only so few women that I can even remember off the top of the dome.
Then you should be pulling up their show on Tubi that comes on once a week, Evolution.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out, because I love that. Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso. I said this months ago that Jacob Fatu was gonna go to Roman's side. And I see it happening more and more. But I feel like first he's going to do his own crazy, psycho, whatever thing by himself. And then we're going to see him coming out of a limo. But we're not going to see Roman, but we're going to see him coming out of a limo or doing something. And then all of a sudden Roman comes out some months later and it's like they've been talking back and forth. And they've been showing us small tidbits, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even though Paul Heyman isn't there anymore, Roman is still a smart businessman. And I feel like he would be smart by getting Jacob. Especially if he wants to take down Seth Rollins and Solo. Like, yeah, we forget about Solo having beef with Roman, but they're going to bring that back up at some point before Roman retires. Do you have any thoughts of what's happening currently with them going to the one country?
Or you mean the Night of Champions or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
As far as them going there, I wouldn't go, but hey, money is money.
That is true, and as it has been stated, well, not stated, but what I have found out is they are in tons of debt, which is why they've been doing all of these shows like this. Not to mention, they have already sent people over there, and they cannot come back, which is, in itself, we should not be sending people over there if they...
Oh, they freed them up. They released them from that airport or whatever. They had them detained.
Oh, okay. So they brought them back. Which is another thing. AJ Styles...
Oh, they're not brought back. They're still there because they have to work to set that show up.
They should just cancel it at that point. Because I know a few other talents don't want to go. AJ Styles has said he's refusing to go. That's why they canceled the Dom match with him. And understandable. with the climate of everything, I wouldn't want to go over there either, just to get stuck.
Now, it's my understanding that Dominic Mysterio is hurt. He's legitimately hurt. There's something wrong with his rib cage, they say.
Oh, poor Dom. She says, not Carrie.
Now, I've heard, not heard, I've read 2 predictions on Facebook, and these are very good predictions. I dig this. The first one is for the CM Punk and John Cena match. They have their match or whatever, no matter who the winner is, whatever. Seth Rollins.
Cashes in.
Well, first let me go backtrack. You know how Paul Heyman is always carrying that case around, right?
Yeah.
For Seth Rollins. Now, I don't know if you recall, but there's a picture of when he won the match and he pulled that case down. At the bottom of that case, there's a Cash App logo on there. You know how they're advertising everywhere with the Slim Jim tables, and the ring has all these ads and logos in it. On the case, there's a Cash App ad on there. Since then, when you've seen him carrying that case, it doesn't have that on there. So that's a different case. And you know that Paul Heyman is always carrying that case for Seth Rollins. When they come out in their little gang, Paul Heyman is the one carrying it. Now, with that in mind, after the match, whoever wins between Cena and Punk, Seth Rollins is going to come running down to take on whoever won. He's going to have that case. He's going to bust open that case. There ain't going to be shit in it. It's going to be empty. You're going to hear the music play for Roman Reigns. He's going to be coming down. He's going to have the real case because Paul Heyman gave it to him. They've been planning this for the longest.
Can they do that?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, they've never strictly said
and
a
Paul,
rule.
he's going to get the match that he never got, his comeback match, his rematch, when he lost to Cody. This is going to replace his comeback. I read that and I'm like, that's a nice prediction. I could roll with that.
I could too. There's so many questions with that though. I need to sit on that one for a thought for next week.
Yeah, cool. You talking about next week? This is gonna happen day after tomorrow.
I know. Oh God, your granddaughter's screaming. I apologize for any noises you may hear. My family is loud.
Alright, now number 2. This is for Saturday night main event. Goldberg beats Gunther for his last match. You know, he's on his retirement thing too, just like John Cena. He beats Gunther and he gets the belt. Seth comes down and he cashes in. He beats a tired Goldberg and becomes champion. That's how he's going to get the belt back. That's interesting too. I like both of those stories. But these are just predictions.
I can see that.
I can't see any other way after reading these two. I was like, now these would be great. This would make great television.
It would, but at the same time, you gotta remember, sometimes WWE likes to take a cop-out. Like,
Yeah.
when you want the biggest thing to happen, it won't, and they end up just shooting you in the foot. Hard to say. I don't have any, thing to say about that. Last item of the night. Who do you think will win King and Queen of the Ring?
I really can't say.
Okay, so I know...
I would like for Jade Cargill to win for the women. As far as the men, I wouldn't mind Randy Orton winning again.
He's won before.
Yeah, I think he did.
I don't know.
Some years ago.
Yeah, because if it happened, it had to be either when I was really young or when I was not watching. I don't see them giving it to Cody. And if they do, it feels like another cop-out, because Cody seems to get everything Cody wants, honestly. And that just plays more into he's the golden boy.
That's why I wanted Randy Orton.
I can't do more of the golden boy shtick. I honestly wouldn't hate it if he turned heel. I would not hate it if Cody turned heel. But that's just me.
He mused on that on some show. He was saying let his hair go back to its natural color. And just go heel. That'd be nice.
It would. But for the women, I want Jade Cargill to win too, but I forget who she's going up against.
I think it's Asuka, ain't it?
It might be. Oh no, yeah, it's Asuka. It's Asuka. I don't know why. In my head, I keep thinking Asuka is not back, but I know she's back, and my brain is like, no, she's not. She's still out. But okay, we have a lot to like think about for the next future, because also it could get canceled still, but stay tuned. But not to mention, they could also push some of this back for SummerSlam, because that is coming up soon enough.
Yep. Hell, that's in about a month.
Yeah, because it's normally in July. We just have to keep impending to find out what happens tomorrow.
Because